When I was 13, my best friend had the strangest habit. Every single day, at exactly 3 o'clock p.m., he would disappear. Not forever, just for 1 minute. At first, I thought he was playing a prank. So one afternoon, I secretly followed him after school. He walked into an abandoned building at the edge of town. I counted the seconds, 2:59. The moment the clock hit 3 o'clock, he simply vanished, right in front of my eyes. No flash of light, no smoke, nothing, just gone. Exactly 60 seconds later, he appeared in the same spot, looking terrified. His clothes were covered in dust, and before I could ask what happened, he grabbed my arm and whispered, "You weren't supposed to see that." Then he looked behind me. His face turned completely pale, and he said something I'll never forget. "Run, they're coming for you now." I didn't ask any questions. I ran. My best friend was already sprinting down the empty street. I could hear footsteps behind us. Not one pair, dozens. But every time I looked back, no one was there. When we finally stopped, I demanded answers. "What are we running from?" He stayed silent. Then he pulled something from his pocket. It was an old photograph. The picture showed the two of us standing together, but I had never seen it before. There was one problem. In the photograph, we were much older, at least 20 years older, and written across the bottom, in faded black ink, were 4 words. "Don't trust your future." Before I could say anything, the photograph began to change. Slowly, our older faces disappeared, one by one, until only one person remained. It wasn't me. It wasn't my friend. It was someone else. Someone standing behind us, smiling. That's when my friend whispered, "They found us." I couldn't stop thinking about the photograph. Who was the person standing behind us? And what did "don't trust your future" really mean? The next day, at exactly 2:59 p.m., I returned to the abandoned building. This time, my friend was waiting for me. He looked terrified. "If you stay, don't follow me." The clock struck 3 o'clock p.m. He disappeared, but this time, I grabbed his arm. Everything around us went dark. When I opened my eyes, the town looked exactly the same, but it was completely empty. No cars, no birds, no people, only silence. Then I heard footsteps, not behind me, in front of me. Someone was slowly walking toward us. My friend whispered, "They know you're here now." The figure stopped a few feet away. It looked exactly like me. Same face, same voice, same clothes. The only difference, its eyes were completely black. It smiled. "You were never supposed to cross over." My friend finally told me the truth. Every day at exactly 3 o'clock p.m., a doorway opened between 2 realities. For 1 minute, the worlds touched. Years ago, he accidentally crossed over. Since then, something from the other side had been trying to take his place. Every day, it got closer. Every day, it looked more human. And now, because I followed him, it knew who I was. My friend looked at me. "There is only one way to stop this." Before I could answer, he pushed me back through the doorway. I fell onto the floor of the abandoned building. The clock read 3:01 p.m. My friend was gone. Forever. The next day, nobody remembered him. Not my parents. Not my teachers. Not even our classmates. It was as if he had never existed. I searched for years, looking for proof, looking for answers. Then one afternoon, while cleaning my room, I found an old photograph. It showed 2 boys standing together. One was me. The other had no face. On the back of the photograph, someone had written 6 words. "The doorway will open again tomorrow." The clock on my wall suddenly changed. 2:59 p.m. Then, I heard footsteps outside my bedroom door. I refused to believe my best friend was gone. Every afternoon, I returned to the abandoned building, waiting, hoping, praying. Days passed. Nothing. Then, an old man appeared. He looked at me, then at the old photograph. Without asking a single question, he said, "So, you crossed the doorway too." I froze. "How do you know about it?" The old man smiled. "Because I crossed it once, a very long time ago." He pointed toward the old clock tower. "The doorway opens for exactly 1 minute, but there's one rule. Whoever is trapped cannot escape alone. They need someone from this side to pull them back." My heart started racing. "So he's still alive?" The old man nodded. "If you have enough courage, go bring him home." The next afternoon, I stood inside the abandoned building. 2:59 p.m. The second the clock struck 3 o'clock, the doorway appeared. I could see him, running toward me. Behind him, dark figures were closing in. I reached through the doorway. Our hands touched. Then, the creatures grabbed him. I refused to let go. 30 seconds remained. 20. 10. The doorway began to close. "Don't let go," he shouted. With every bit of strength I had, I pulled. The creatures pulled harder. 3 seconds. 2. 1. He burst through the doorway. The portal slammed shut. Silence. We both collapsed onto the floor, breathing heavily. Then, he laughed. I laughed. For the first time in years, it was 3:01 p.m., and he was still here. The next morning, everyone remembered him. His parents, our teachers, our classmates. Everything was back to normal. As we walked home from school, he looked at the old clock. It struck 3:00 p.m. Nothing happened. He smiled. We're finally free. And together, we walked home. The end of the PM story. Please like and subscribe.